Talon is an incredibly forceful Bolliger and Mabillard invert located at Dorney Park in Wildwater Kingdom in Allentown, Pennsylvania. It stands 135 feet tall, has 3,110 feet of track, reaches a top speed of 58 miles per hour, and has 4 inversions. And this coaster is a pleasant surprise and a great ride, packed with strong positive G-forces. It even manages to throw in a fun airtime moment. This is our full-length, in-depth review of Talon and our comments about what you can expect when you go to Dorney Park to ride this amazing roller coaster. Now, let's get into the review. Talon is located towards the front of the park and stretches between the Dry Park and Wildwater Kingdom. It is the first roller coaster you see when you get to the park. While it is located towards the front of the park, you have to walk towards Thunder Canyon, past the carousel and Wild Mouse to get to the ride. When you approach the ride, you see Talon's marquee sign displaying the ride's name. You also see one of Talon's helices and its emblem. As you enter the queue, you will walk underneath that helix, which offers a cool visual. While in the queue, you will not see any theming. In fact, Talon has no theming at all. As you make your way through the queue, you will see Talon's orange and yellow track wrapping around you. You climb up some stairs into the station where you see no theming, but one of Talon's 2 8-row 32-passenger trains. These trains are quite colorful and have blue, yellow, and orange wheel covers. They also have the traditional Bolliger and Mabillard over-the-shoulder restraints. Once you have boarded your train, secured your over-the-shoulder restraints, and cleared dispatch, the floor retracts and you proceed out of the station and up the lift hill to start your ride. At the top of the lift hill, you enter a short pre-drop before taking a right-hand turn down Talon's 120-foot first drop. At the bottom of the first drop, you then pull up into a forceful vertical loop, which also delivers some great whip coming out of it for those sitting in the back rows. You then pull up into a whippy 0G roll, followed by an Immelman, which pulls some good forces coming out of it. Out of the Immelman, you enter a rightward helix, which pulls some strong forces, especially during the second half. You then climb into an airtime hill, which actually gives some good floater airtime. As you come off that airtime hill, you go through a low-to-the-ground banked right-hand turn, followed by a corkscrew. And like the 0G roll, this corkscrew has some good whip to it. As you come out of that corkscrew, you enter a low-to-the-ground leftward helix, followed by a banked airtime hill up into the final brake run, thus completing your ride. Talon is one of the most underrated inverts out there. It is forceful, whippy, and incredibly smooth. This coaster packs in the positive G-forces. While the forces are not as intense as other inverts like Banshee at Kings Island or Afterburn at Carowinds, Talon's forces are quite good. You can feel the positive G-forces regardless of where you sit on this coaster. A third row ride pulls just as much force as a back row ride. Definitely a pleasant surprise. Talon also has some good low-to-the-ground sections, which definitely enhances your sense of speed. And those low-to-the-ground sections also pack in some good forces. As the only invert with a ground-hugging helix, Talon definitely shines during its second half after its first helix. In addition to its low-to-the-ground sections, Talon has a good moment of floater airtime, a very rare moment on an invert. The only other invert with a similar airtime moment is Afterburn. Talon has a great mix of elements with those helices, the 0G roll, and the corkscrew as the standout moments. While the vertical loop has some good whip for those sitting in the back rows, the 0G roll and corkscrew have even better whip. Talon also has great placement in the park. While not entirely a front gate coaster, Talon's placement towards the front of the park really hypes you up for your day at the park. It is awesome walking underneath that first drop and alongside that final helix. Talon is an awesome roller coaster and definitely a standout roller coaster at the park. Overall, Talon is a must ride at the park. It is one of those coasters that you just cannot wait to get back on if you have ridden it before. This coaster just packs in the positive G-forces, and that second half is amazing. Those low to the ground elements add to the ride, especially that helix after the corkscrew. For a final score, we give Talon an 8 out of 10. This coaster is one of Dorney Park's standout attractions. So, let us know in the comments below if you have ridden Talon at Dorney Park, and if so, what you think of it. And if you enjoyed this video or are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for more coaster content like this. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more coaster reviews and amusement park content coming soon to Coaster Adventures, and we hope to see you in the next one.